What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Clark Reviews. It's your boy Donovan. So, I'm a day behind, I know that, but I just finished viewing the CW annual crossover, which was titled Elseworlds. There's going to be some spoilers if you haven't checked it all out. But, excuse me, look, I want to start off by saying this, okay? I like this season, but it wasn't as good as last year's. Last year's, with the 4 episodes, I get it. A lot of the actors complain about the workload, how much work it was. That, it might not have had the best story, right? But that thing was action-packed. It had so much action, non-stop, in a battle royale type, that it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I felt like this year's was more or less a filler crossover. It came across with all the Easter eggs and references and introducing new characters that they were using this crossover as a way to introduce next year's crossover in the fall, which is going to be titled Crisis on Infinite Earths. You got introduced to the Monitor, which, as you see, he had the single straight backs spread out through his head, and then he was calling himself a god, which I guess and kind of the multiverse type of things with DC, he kind of is, right? I mean, the way he could sense Cisco's vibes, he was, opening the rifts, not rifts, are they rifts? The different portals to the different worlds. He was powerful, extra dimensional being, you know what I mean? Don't know a whole lot about the Monitors. He was hinting at a greater threat that's more powerful than him. And when they got to Gotham, jeez, all he did was talk about Batman. Now, they did kind of put Batman on a pedestal and made him a made-up thing that the Gotham City Police used to scare criminals, as Oliver Queen said. And you got introduced to Batwoman, which she had to have a badass entry in the scene, which she did. It was cool. I liked it. I can appreciate it. Ruby Rose took that role real serious. Like, she was serious throughout the whole thing, with her, like this, with her forehead leaning forward. Like, she took the dark and brooding serious. But she did okay. The Batwoman costume didn't look bad. I wish it was just a little bit more armored. Wayne Enterprise building is tore up. She's trying to redo it, which that big ass building is. I don't get how they was in the middle of the city in the old building had vines growing all the way through it, unless Poison Ivy attacked them. Speaking of Poison Ivy, when they went to Arkham Asylum and they panned down like the cells, it was all Batman's villains. They actually showed Flash Oliver Queen Flash throwing Penguin into a cell real quick. So you got some Pamela Isley, Enigma, Cobblepot, the Freeze Gun, Scarecrow, Fear Toxin. Like, there was a lot of Batman stuff when they went to Gotham, which you would expect. But they are never going to put Batman on a TV series like that. It's never going to happen. It would be sweet. They need to get that dude off a superpower beatdown to plane. If I find his name, I'm going to put it on this video when I edit it, because when they did his Batman and Batman vs. Darth Vader, his Batman was on point. If you're going to put a Batman on TV, put him on it, because he was fantastic. But yeah, I can't help but feel that this one was just a filler crossover for the next one, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. They kind of avoided Because in Crisis on Infinite Earth, Supergirl dies. One of the Supergirls die. I had forgot that Barry Allen dies. They got rid of Barry Allen. But they was about to do it, or they hinted at it in this crossover, and then they changed Destiny. So, what other heroes are they going to introduce? I don't know. I seen an article talking about how they kind of hinted at Diggle being Green Arrow. Not Green Arrow. Green Lantern. I must have missed it. Maybe you'll get a John Diggle Stewart on, that was years ago with like season 3. They kind of hinted at that. So maybe on a different world he's a Green Lantern. That takes some CGI for a TV show. That's going to raise the budget a little bit. But the black suit Superman wasn't really a bad Superman. No, he was, but he wasn't Clark Kent Superman, you know. It was cool. It was cool. I mean, the comic book geek in me got the goosies a little bit with a lot of the references, and seeing Batwoman was actually sweet. Some form of the Bat family in live action like that on TV series was cool. I can't complain. She was only in episode 2, just so you know. Bits and pieces. You got teased, and at the very end, so they used it as the test to see if audience would be interested in that character and maybe think about giving her own series. But at the end, they introduced. I didn't know who was in that golden mask. I did some research, and it's a Psycho Pirate. I've heard of him, but I don't know anything about him. So when he was talking about the doctor from Arkham made a friend, it's Psycho Pirate. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Psycho Pirate. So I don't know how important he's going to be in next year's crossover. But they already got it planned. They got the title, and they already put the teaser out with the banner, Crisis on Infinite Earth. So are they going to kill anybody off? Are they going to introduce new characters? They almost have to bring the legends back. And if you're going to do Crisis on Infinite Earth, you're going to put Black Lightning in it. Like, get everybody in it. I was pissed off last year they didn't put Martian Manhunter in the crossover. And then they put him in this one for like the last 5 minutes of the last episode to do crowd control. I was like, oh, why you let him do crowd control? Get him into action early. Gosh. I don't know why they do that. I don't know. You can have Supergirl and Superman in the same scene, but you don't want Martian Manhunter. I don't know. It's because he's black. Nah, I'm just playing. Kind of. But no, it was cool. I like seeing the crossover. I like seeing all the other characters on the other shows interacting with the characters from the other shows, and switching roles with Barry and Oliver was entertaining. But I liked last year's better. But this one was still good. I just felt like with all the Easter eggs and with the different characters and how they kept talking about a coming crisis. They said crisis like 2-3 times every episode. Emphasize on the crisis. And little subtle points about the other shows or show times. It was cute. But I enjoyed it. Not as good as last year, but I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was cool. Real comic booky, if that's a word. So, if you guys watched it, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. While you're here, like, share, and subscribe to your boy's channel. If I get a notification that you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe back to you. Game recognized game. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.